Love in the words I say, peace in the world I make, God in every breath I take, joy in my day, joy in my day, joy in my day, joy in my love in the words I say, peace in the world I make, God in every breath I take, joy in my day, joy in my day. In the words we say, peace in the world we make, God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy in our day. Love in the words we say, peace in the world we make, God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy in our day, God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy in our joy in my day. Every word I say, in the world I make, joy in my day. Every word I say, in the world Love is alive in the space between us. Feel that love right now. God speaks out in the words between us. Hear those words right now. I am holy. God speaks out. light between us. See that light right now. Peace is born in the good between us. Be that peace right now. I am holy. You are holy. There is beauty.
Hey, say hi to Stephen on the drums and Elijah on the bass. Little Sunday funky. Little Sunday funky. All right.
Good morning. One of these people must have been a teacher in the past because they brought us up and then they brought us back down, ready for what comes next. Thank you so much. Laura, Elijah, and Stephen. And we have our Columbine singers with us today. So let's remind ourselves why we're here. Centered in God, we celebrate a world of harmony, peace, and abundance for all. And we begin with music. Please stand. Yeah. Ready? Here we go. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. Come on, joy singers, dance it. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. sing my love into the world. Yes, you do. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. That's the time. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world.
Thank you, Bill and Kim and Andy, for helping us with that song. And now it's our time to honor the children. So please come on up and we will hear what they're going to work on today. We'll bless them out.
Here we go. No, we need to write a song for that we all sing when the kids come up. Good morning. Come on, one all. Come on, come all. Yay, hi, Alec. We have a lot of new friends today. This is so exciting. Hi, Lincoln. Hi, everybody. Good morning, Columbine. Good to see you all. This morning, this month, we are continuing to work on our feelings as we start school, our emotions, naming them, understanding them, how they feel, what they are, and our true self, who we really are. That we feel our emotions, but we aren't our emotions. And we're doing a lot of talking about the weather, how it's similar to the weather, and we are the true sky of ourselves. And then we're introducing mindfulness today, some tools to work with our emotions and be present and to sense the divine within ourselves. I think that's everything, and now you can bless us out, please.
We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. We see the Christ you are.
I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. Yeah. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright, yeah. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so. You are a light, yeah. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so. We are a light, oh, we are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. We are a light, oh, we are a light. We are a light in this world, and we shine, and we shine. Yes, we shine, and we shine so bright, and we shine, we shine. Yes, we shine, and we shine so bright. Thank you, Bill and Kim and Andy, for singing us in.
And now we settle in for prayer and silent meditation. Time to find our own light shining inside. And we begin with music, and then our prayer and meditation will be led by Reverend Sue.
I will leave this world as it is. Go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is. Go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is. Go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is. Go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace. Inside there is joy. Inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace. Inside there is joy. Inside there is sacred love. Oh, I will leave this world as it is. Go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is. Go inside to find my God. I will leave this day as it is. Go inside to find my God. I will leave this day as it is. Go inside to find my God. Oh, inside there's peace. Inside there is joy. Inside there is more than enough, more than enough. Inside there is peace. Inside there is joy. Inside there is sacred love, love. Oh, I will leave life as it is. Go inside to find my God inside. Yeah, I will leave this life as it is. Go inside to find my God.
So I invite us into a time of prayer together. Take a deep breath, gently close your eyes, and begin that process of turning within, of going inside to where all those attributes of spirit reside. Attributes of us. When I come from my heart space, I know that God, the divine mind, spirit, is wisdom. And because I too am the divine, I too am wisdom. As wisdom, I have the capacity to discern. I have the ability to know. I am able to see things differently. I'm able to discern how we are all one, how we are all connected. I'm able to put aside any perceived differences and see the oneness. To see that Spirit resides not only within me, but in everyone at the same level. And so this divine part of me is able to know that. Just as the divine part of you is able to know this. That we have this ability to discern what is best. To express from that place, from that inner knowing, that we are more than what we see on the surface. And everyone is more than what we see on the surface. So thank you, Spirit, for that awareness. Thank you for that knowing. Thank you for that wisdom to see that. I hold that for myself. I hold it for all of you. I hold it for everyone on our prayer list, every prayer request in our prayer box, seeing the divine in every challenge. There's just something that needs to be learned or experienced. And so I release anything that stands in the way of that knowing, anything that stands in the way of my own discernment. Holding to the truth that we are one. I want to invite you into a time of meditation with me now, a time where we align ourselves with that divine part of ourselves. At the end of our time in the silence, our music team will lead us out. But for now, let's rest together in the silence.
speaks louder than the lies. If you close your eyes and feel the wonder of I am that you buried deep beneath your pride. It's not an angel, it's not a ghost, it's not a remedy when you need it most. It is a love that knows the truth. It's the essence of you. Oh, well. Do you know that you are the knower? And change is only a thought away. But what do you believe? It's all just hocus pocus. No, a simple trick you pull out of your sleeve. No, no, it's not an angel, it's not a ghost, it's not a remedy when you need it most. It is a freedom that you can't choose. If you only knew, it is eternal, it is divine, living proof of God's design. No need to find a hidden clue. It's the essence of you. Oh, so let the hurting be gone, and heal the burden. Move on, move on, move on, yeah. Oh, well, it's not an angel, it's not a ghost, it's not a remedy when you need it most. It is a freedom that you can't choose. Oh, if you only knew, it is eternal, it is divine, living proof of God's design. It is a love that knows the truth. It is the essence of you. Yeah, it's the essence of you. Oh, I know it's not an angel, it's not a ghost, or that remedy when you need it most. It's the essence of you. The essence of you. Love, 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 love. The essence of you.
Thanks, Laura, Stephen, Elijah. Oh, so beautiful. I'm super excited to introduce our guest speaker, somebody I've been wanting to meet for some time now, and it's her first time here at Columbine, and you are in for a treat at first service. Is any indication of what she's going to do, what she's going to talk about this service, but hopefully, yeah. So Reverend Dr., I always get that backwards. Reverend Dr. Michelle Medrano found science of mind as a teenager at Mile High Church in Lakewood. She received her ministerial degree at the School of Ministry at Mile High Church in 1991 and has been a career minister. The Huntington Beach Church of Religious Science hired her as assistant minister immediately, and she served there for 4 years. Then she was blessed to serve as senior minister of New Vision Center for 17 years. In 2013, she was invited back to Mile High to serve as an associate minister. And in the spring of 2019, she joined Reverend Joshua Reeves as co-lead minister of Mile High Church. Dr. Michelle brings her many years of experience in a successful ministry and her years of powerful service in Centers for Spiritual Living to support her home church. And now she's here in our home. So please help me welcome Dr. Michelle.
So much for that warm welcome. I've had a great time so far this morning, and I'm sure the good times are going to just continue. It's wonderful to be here with you, and this is a beautiful facility, and everybody I've spoken with, a beautiful, beautiful group of people. So thank you, Reverend Sue, for inviting me, and I'm looking forward to getting to know more of you better. And I see some people I know pretty well already, so that's great. Hi, Reverend James, how you doing? So this morning, I want to talk about oneness. Is oneness real? Can I prove to you today that oneness is real? That it's a real thing, that we can not just think about it as an intellectual concept or a spiritual ideal, but it is something that is baked in to the presence and the inherent beingness that each one of us is. That's my goal. If I could convince the world to not only be and experience and live from oneness, I think we could heal the whole world, personally. Yeah, we could, couldn't we? And part of the challenge, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've kind of noticed there's a little bit of divisiveness going on in the world right now. Yeah, here and there. I want to say it's worse than it's ever been sometimes, but of course, I haven't been alive since the founding of humanity necessarily that I recall, and so there probably have been some other very trying and challenging times in the human experience. But what I feel like I know for sure is that if we could find a way back to that inherent oneness, we'd find a way back to connection and compassion and living from wholeness. It's not that we wouldn't have any problems to solve. We probably still would have quite a few problems to solve, but how we would go about solving them would shift dramatically. Because one of the challenges that's happening, I personally think, is that we keep trying to solve the problems of humanity from separation and from that anger and that ego state. It feels like there are levels of awareness that exist in human experience, and that what is happening across our planet is that we keep trying to solve the problems and challenges from the level of ego, from the level of our lizard mind, if you will, from the level of separation, and we won't ever make progress. And so when love and connection and compassion is on board, we have a greater chance. And that happens when more of us actually stop just talking about and contemplating oneness and actually call ourselves out of our own ego, out of our own lizard brain, back into our oneness. So I want to talk about that as a place to start. What is it that our teaching tells us about that? So in the Unity tradition, the founders of Unity, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, talked about oneness a lot. They taught about oneness. They say it's a cornerstone of this New Thought teaching. And they taught that oneness is an underlying reality of all existence. They believe that there is one omnipresent, all good power, which is God, and that every individual is an expression of this divine essence. This means humanity is inherently divine and interconnected with God and all of creation. So I suspect when we come here every week, we hear about oneness and we get inspired to practice it. And the founders of this teaching absolutely taught about oneness, wanted us to embrace that notion of oneness. And it's the same for us in Science of Mind. Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science of Mind, absolutely talked the same way about oneness. Right now, my husband Ken and I are reading every day The Science of Mind, which is commonly called the textbook in our tradition. However, we're reading the 1926 version. Holmes wrote the 1926 version originally, and then they went and edited it for some strange reason. It's still good. It passes. It's all right. No, it's great. It's a great book. They edited it in 1938. But we're finding a lot of richness in the 1926 original version. And one of the things he says, it is well to remember that the enlightened of every age have taught that back of all things there is one unseen cause. In studying the teachings of the great thinkers, we find that a common thread runs through all, the thread of unity. And this is what I think is so genius about what he says here. There is no record of any deep thinker of any age who taught duality. No record. So what that tells me is that we have to stop teaching and thinking from duality. Now, I also acknowledge it can be easier said than done. I feel blessed, having found this teaching so early in my life, starting to study and be in the practice of this teaching, to find moments and pockets of oneness and connection through my own spiritual practice. And then how it's felt for me throughout the years is that the more I was diligent to that practice, it's like there was a building up of something within me. And there have been moments where I've had a truly mystical oneness experience and have studied the mystics tremendously. All of the mystics throughout the ages report having a mystical experience leads them into this almost inexplicable, like you can't find words to describe it, to tell people about it. All one can do is be in the majesty and the mystical awareness of it, and it has impacted me tremendously the times it has happened. It felt like it blew me out of my own ego self. And in that experience of absolute oneness, I was surprised to feel that I could still sense the person that is Michelle Medrano, the personality, the life, and the journey of that, and could feel the connectedness of all life and could feel the power of that. And what I was left with, a few times it's happened, it's only happened a few times, that amazing like kind of experience was that I came back into my body, into my awareness with absolute deepened sense of compassion and connection to it all, to everything and everyone. And it was almost like wanting to walk around the world and just touch everyone's face and say, I see you. Oh, look at you. You're so beautiful. Wow. You could get put away for doing that, of course. But that's what I wanted to do afterwards. It was so profound when it's happened. And so then, wanting to experience more of it, I've continued to cultivate that practice in my life and continue to ask myself, how can I use that connecting experience to support me, to sustain me, to help me in times of trouble, in times of challenge? Yesterday, I did something for the first time, and I say for the first time because I will do it again. I jumped out of a perfectly good airplane yesterday. I did, yeah. I had a friend who had a strong intention for why she wanted to do this, and she asked me if I would go, and I had thought, well, yeah, I think that would be kind of interesting. So we knew for a long time the date we were going to go, and I approached it with excitement and trepidation all at the same time. And so yesterday we showed up to the place. We were delayed because of the clouds, and I kept saying to myself, if this is what I'm supposed to do, everything's just going to unfold perfectly. And so we waited, and finally our time came. Now, it was a tandem jump, of course, so I'm in this little plane. It's just the two of us and our tandem guys and the pilot, and I'm strapped to this guy, basically sitting in his lap, and he's tightening the straps the whole time. And at one point before we jumped, I remember feeling like I'm so close to this man, I can feel him breathing behind me. And I thought, I need to be one with this man. So I started to breathe with him. I don't know if he ever noticed or not, but I started to consciously breathe. And I started to lean into him, not only physically, but lean into knowing he has done this so many times. And that I was just going to throw my trust and my connection with him and just do it. And when the time came, we scooched up to the edge of the plane. And then before I knew it, he just pushed me out of the plane. And to my delight, honestly, to my delight, he did a somersault in the air with me. And I flipped around, and it was like this little girl in me went, "Wah!" And I was flying, baby. It was amazing. Just dropping for, I think it was 30, 45 seconds until he pulled the chute, and then he pulled the chute, and then we floated down to the ground. It was beautiful and amazing. And he just kind of floated me around, and we did this. I'm still from it today. I can feel the energy of it in me. But what I really loved about it was oneness, feeling my willingness out of that practice, out of that desire to use this time in a challenging moment that could have been filled with anxiety, but filled with connectedness, and then feeling the connectedness of the sky and flying, and then being back down on the earth. And I was so amped up. I said to my husband, I think I need to go run. I need to go run. I got to just get this out of me. It was just like, whoa. So it was a really beautiful experience that I can hearken back to over and over again, to call me back to the power of oneness and how it can serve us when we're afraid, when we feel disconnected, when we feel separate, when we feel alone, when we feel challenged, that we can breathe into life itself and reconnect ourselves with that energy that lives at the core of us. It has always been here. It's ancient. It's from the time that life was created. Oneness has been here with us. And when we practice it, we experience greater connection and compassion. I'm just going to come back to those words over and over, connection and compassion, which I'm saying to us today is what we crave the most. We think we crave chocolate. We think we crave companionship. We crave connection and our own compassion. We crave ourselves. We crave our soul. We crave our oneness. We can't have it if we exclusively continue to be seduced by the world of form. We can't have it if we continue to just believe what we see, what appears to happen, what appears to be so. We've got to be willing to go deeper. Ernest Holmes also says to us in this reading from the 1926 edition of his book, one of the great teachings of Moses was, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one God," and saying, "I am that I am." That was old when Moses was yet unborn. Holmes says, "For it has been inscribed over the temple entrances for generations." We may go back much farther than Moses and find the same teaching, for it crops out from the literatures and sayings of the wise of all ages. Jesus taught us this when he said, "I and the Father are one," and the saying, "the Father that dwelleth in me." The teaching of unity is a cornerstone of the sacred scriptures of the East as well as our own sacred teachings. It is today the mainspring of the teachings of the modern philosophies, such as Christian Science, divine science, the unity teachings, the New Thought movement, the occult teachings, the esoteric or inner teachings, and even much that is taught under the name of psychology. Without this basic teaching of unity, these movements would have but little to offer. Science has found nothing to contradict it, and it never will, for this teaching is self-evident. Holmes and all of these teachers back of these movements and so many others have called to humanity over and over again, as have ancient teachers forever. Please remember who you are. Remember the oneness that you were born out of. And he mentioned science. There's some conversations that happen occasionally where there's a suggestion that Holmes was at a party once and met Albert Einstein and that they had some pretty profound conversations. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe you can tell me, Jody, later. We'll see. He may have met him, but what I do know is that he studied a lot of science, and he felt that science proved to us our oneness back in the 1940s and 50s. And I'm going to suggest to us today that if we really look at it, the new science, the physics that we know about, also proves the oneness and the connectedness of all life. Indeed, many scientists say the Big Bang Theory, which they call the original singularity, shows what Holmes says, that all of life, the only thing that could have existed at the beginning of creation was the infinite, and all that it had to create anything was itself. That the Big Bang Theory is literally proof that whatever it is that created this universe, that singularity created all of this out of itself. And of course, modern physics tells us that everything is created out of the same energy, just in different forms. One of the elements of physics that I like, and I am not a physics expert, however, I love to read some of these ideas and try to integrate them for myself, is the notion of quantum entanglement. Some of the experiments that they've done I find so fascinating, where they can take a particle and they can separate it from another particle, and they can move them literally to other parts of the universe and of the planet, I should say. They haven't taken any to the moon as far as I know, but anyway, they can do something to this particle and this particle reacts, even though they are not in the same place. Non-local experience, quantum entanglement, one of the most striking examples of interconnectedness that we can see in the modern scientific world. When two or more particles become entangled, and how can we not be entangled if we're one, right? Then they can instantaneously influence the other. Einstein famously called this spooky action at a distance. I like that. Spooky action at a distance. What that means to me, what that says to me, is that you and I think we came to church today, and we think we're going to go back to our life from here, back to the things that we do every day, and we are going to do that, and that's going to be what happens in the world of appearance. But because of quantum entanglement, we'll be with each other forever and ever, right? And we can tap into the connection that we have with one another. We can walk away from this local experience into a non-local experience. And because I connected or talked to someone today, I might somehow have a little pocket of joy or sadness. Or I might see someone's face come to mind and say, oh, wonder what's going on with them. Have you ever had that experience? Or someone, I suddenly think, oh, I wonder what's happening with Laura Berman. And suddenly she calls me on the phone. Oh, Laura Berman's, wow, how did I feel her coming before she ever called? Quantum entanglement. Science tells us. We think we're going to Target and we're standing in line at the store. We are quantumly entangled with every person in that store. Now, you can spend time going, well, I don't like that. Or you could spend time leaning into it. That's what it means by saying, even when I go shopping at Target, I'm a beneficial presence. I'm broadcasting peace and love. I'm at Starbucks and I'm sending out. Nobody needs caffeine here. They're getting high on their connection with each other, right? That's quantum entanglement. And in our families and friends and people that we've just barely seen for a long time or don't know what's going on, we can send love and light to them. Every world leader. What's the possibility of stopping in this world of form with all the criticism and judgment? And instead, if I see somebody behaving in a way that I think is not very nice or not very compassionate, what if I just send love? I was telling somebody in the fellowship hall earlier, I have been love bombing Putin for a very long time. See, I don't think we're going to get Putin to change by being angry with him and criticizing. I can still not appreciate his policies. I can still not agree with what he is doing in the world and how he's doing it. Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that I still can't access that oneness and love bomb him, affirming that he transforms into a connected, compassionate human being. And that's what we're forgetting a lot of times in this world of diversity. We're forgetting not only these principles, but we're forgetting our role and how we could really make a difference if we choose to. And how, as Holmes said, no great thinker who has ever spoken, preached, or practiced duality has ever changed the world. We have to be willing to do something different. So our teaching here invites us into doing some different things. And I want to remind us of those. And I am very clear that I'm just reminding us. I just want to be a voice that reminds us. It says, okay, what if we accept that we are one with everything and everyone? How can I then be, as Deepak Chopra would say, he would say, every being is a cell in the body of God. And our decision is, are we going to be a toxic cell or a healing cell? I'm inviting us to be a healing cell today. And the ways that we do that are talked about over and over in our teachings, in our centers, in our communities. So the first way, of course, is spiritual practice. If we are being seduced constantly by the world of form and by the world we see going on out there, to counter that, we have to have a relevant practice every single day that at the very least brings us back to the awareness of the oneness that connects us all in that inner place of the Most High. We must go there. And there are no absolute prescribed right ways and wrong ways to do that, because what might work for you might not work for me. For some people, their oneness practice is a walk in nature every day. As long as I'm doing that with that in mind, with that intentionality to feel my oneness through the beauty of nature, by God, do it then. Some people, it's sitting and meditating and singing mantras or singing Laura Berman songs or whatever it might be, bringing us back to our oneness. And that works. For some people, it's 5 minutes a day. For some, it's 10. For some, it's an hour a day. For some, it's what they spend their whole day doing. His Holiness the Dalai Lama often spends his whole day meditating on compassion for humanity. And so it's finding what is our practice that leads us back into the truth of who we are. We've abandoned ourselves long enough. It's time to come home. It's time to come home to the light that lives within us, the light that truly makes a difference. And I assert that when we do that, we become a beneficial presence to every person we come in contact with. Being one of those people who you're just sitting next to at church and you don't know that person, they don't know you, and they leave thinking, wow, I feel awesome. Maybe it was the music or the message. Maybe it was you. Because you were in that space of connectedness. We all make a difference to each other. And the more we do that practice, the more we also, I think, build a mental equivalent that can have us have some of those pretty profound oneness experiences that can transform us forever. So that's the first practice. The second one, and I have 3 total, the second one is challenging our patterns and habits of duality. When I find myself talking in terms of duality, that has to do with who's right, who's wrong. It has to do with my ego hanging on tight. It has to do with looking around the world and coming to conclusions, falling into it's all messed up and it's never going to be better. All of those places which we can go to sometimes, but if we're living there, we are not doing the world any good because we're practicing duality. Yes, sometimes it is whole, complete, and perfectly messed up. I get it. But don't forget the whole and complete part. There's some wholeness afoot here. There's some call for humanity. And I think it's the most profound spiritual call of our lifetime to say, are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to come home? Are you willing to remember who you really are? And the only way we can do that is if we constantly, diligently lovingly challenge ourselves on our practice of duality. I get it that sometimes the call of oneness can be painful because it's not just flowers and love and happy. It's sometimes feeling the suffering of humanity. It's sometimes witnessing how hard it is to live this life at times for us and for the people we love and the people we see around the planet. But we can't afford to shy away from that and just not look at it because it's too scary. I like to practice saying to myself, look, I'm going to look right at what is, and I'm going to call it for what it is. That's not okay for children to not have food. It's not okay for people to not have a home. It's not okay for people to be treated this way. And at the same time, I'm going to see the wholeness back behind it. I'm going to see it from every level, not just from what appears to be so, but also from what is mine to do, from the connectedness of all life, from that place that allows me to extend my prayers and my affirmations and my knowingness without spiritual bypass, but with a willingness to look right at it. That's just not okay with me. I don't like that we're at war. I don't like that people are this way or they're that way or this. I can acknowledge that, but I also can still challenge myself into oneness. And this can be a bigger challenge for some of us because some of us are extremely stubborn in our own willingness just to deal with our own pain from the past, just healing our own unhealed past. If we can't do that work, we often can't find that oneness as well because we're just pushing our own stuff down into the well of our soul and not being willing to actually see the truth of who we are. So sometimes finding oneness means it's time for me to forgive and find ways to forgive the people in the past who harmed me. It's time for me to do the holy sacred work to return me to me, because until I do that work, they have the power. And I am not empowered. And so ignoring it, pretending it's not there, will never serve us. That's an act of duality. It's about the willingness to be healed and be transformed. And lastly, to practice something that we practice in one of our first classes in Science of Mind that we teach, and we talk about a practice of walking through our life, and even if we don't do it physically, bowing energetically to every person we come in contact with these words: deeply, we are one. Deeply, we are one. And we are taught to do it with the people we run into. Imagine watching whatever news you watch. Deeply, we are one. Deeply, we are one. Continuing to claim that, affirm that, see that, know that, live that, changes us, changes our planet, and does the greatest good we could possibly do. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here today. Thank you.
How does one sing after that?
If you peel off all my layers beneath the false betrayer, what would you find? If you strip away my ego and dig beneath my soul, what would you find? Yeah, what would you find? 'Cause the same God that lives in you lives in me. Though we may sometimes think differently, We are perfectly in one love, one mind that you can't ignore, one thought binds us right down to the core. Our divinity lasting through eternity in one love, one love, yeah. If you look beneath your skin to see who lies within, what would you find? Microscopic cells, oh, deep inside of your well, what would you find? Oh, 'cause the same God that lives in me, and though we may sometimes think differently, we are perfectly in one love, one mind that you can't ignore, one thought that binds us right down to the core. Our divinity lasting through eternity in one love. We are one love, yeah. So tear down all your walls and let your spirit take the fall in one love. One love, one mind that you can't ignore, one thought that binds us right down to the core. Our divinity lasting through eternity in a one love, one mind that you can't ignore, one thought that binds us so right down to the core. Our divinity lasting through eternity in a one love, one love. We are one love lasting through eternity. Oh, one love is our divinity. We are one love. We are one love. So tear down all your walls and let your spirit take the fall in one love.
Thank you so much, Laura, Elijah, and Stephen, for enhancing our service in this way. And that was one of Laura's original songs. And you can actually take her home with you, you know. She has CDs in Foss Hall, so talk to her later. Okay. So we've talked about, you know, why we're here and the oneness and all, and it's always a good thing for us to remind ourselves, a helpful thing, of our purpose in gathering on Sundays. So please say with me together, full-throated, full-hearted, our purpose statement. We commit to increasing our spiritual awareness, diversifying our community, manifesting our highest potential, and positively impacting the world. And there are so many ways that each of you impacts the world, ways that other people know nothing about. And we all have, as Reverend Dr. Michelle talked to us about, we all have all these different ways just by our presence. So first of all, thank you for being here today. And then this is a time, as you know, when we invite you to support this community financially. If you notice the grass is mowed, you paid for that. And if you notice that, again, it's cool, and in the winter it's warm, that's because of your generosity. And we do rely on that as we are self-sustaining. So there are many ways that you can give. If you're online, you can, of course, donate across the ether so that we can continue to provide that virtual service. And also, if you have a minimum required distribution, I think it's called, you can have that sent directly to Columbine. So save yourself a little bit of hassle and do it that way as well. So there are lots of ways that you can support us financially as well as with your presence and your time and your talents. So please say together with me our offering blessing. God's love has always met and will always meet all my needs. I give freely, I receive abundantly, and I am grateful. And we are indeed very grateful and careful with the funds that you share. And as the bags make their way through the sanctuary, let's turn and give a wave to our online viewers and to our production team who make it possible. So we're so glad that you can join us in this way. And if it's your first time here or first time in a long time, please know that we gather afterwards in Foss Hall for libations and nibbles. And so please join us there, and we will be happy to get to know you a little bit better. Okay, who was here last night? Woohoo! We had a fantastic party and concert last night, and we're so blessed by Something Underground and their connection to our community. And it's not just one way. It's not just that we appreciate them. They appreciate us very deeply. So thank you for everything anybody did to create the event last night, including being there, dancing, moving chairs, whatever it was that you did. We're very grateful, and it was a fantastic evening. First Friday is coming up, and Tracy Goldenberg, I happen to know personally from taking a class with her for a year. She's amazing. The energy is so fantastic and positive, and she uses meditation and music and movement to help us get into ourselves and get more grounded. So again, a different way to go inside. So please look for details of that in your Thursday email update, or check with me in Foss Hall afterwards. I'll have my laptop. The Ice Cream Social is becoming an annual thing for us, just to remind ourselves to celebrate the return to school. For whatever reason, some people are happy to go back to school, and the parents are happy for school to begin again. Any reason. So that will be on Sunday, September the 7th, right after the second service. And you don't need to sign up or anything, just join us. And celebrate with the young ones that will be among us. Also, this is a safety issue here that we've changed our policy, no open flame candles in the building at all, except when we have them at service or burning bowl, things like that. Just because of fire danger in our community, we want to be really careful with that. We do have quite a few battery-operated candles, so if you need one for a meeting or something, just let us know. But if you have any candles here, if you're a group leader, please move them out of the building. Thank you. And then our fall program is soon to begin, and it's the book, The 5 Questions by James Mellon, and it's a journey to the heart of who you are. And I want to mention this for 2 reasons. One is the books are available in the bookstore if you would like to pre-read, if you're someone that likes to get a jump on things. And also, we do have a number of people who've already stepped up as small group facilitators, and we invite a few more. So if you have questions about that, let me know. One of the things that we do request is that make sure if you are volunteering for that you've attended at least one book group program so you have a sense of the format and so on. And then who is our ambassador for today? Teresa is here, so she's available to you, circulating through the foyer and Foss Hall. And who are our prayer chaplains? Sue and James and Helene. It's rich today with prayer chaplains. And I want to also take a moment to mention, you know that Unity was founded on affirmative prayer. We have so many prayer options during the week that you might not be aware of. Besides in the sanctuary after service, we also have in Foss Hall, the prayer for Columbine after each service, so look for that sign and table. We also have a Tuesday evening prayer chaplain Zoom call, quick, 15 minutes for prayer. And then we also have, you can sign up for a prayer chaplain if you don't have one already assigned to you. So there are many ways, and I'm probably leaving some out. But we really want to take advantage of or we really want you to be aware of how to take advantage of the prayer opportunities here. And now, let's stand for our final song, and a thank you again to our band and our singers.
Oh, that was it. That brick house is